John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath is not merely a great American novel. It's also a significant event in our national history. Capturing the plight of those forced to hit the road during the Great Depression, it tells of a unique moment in our state's history, which is why it was chosen to spearhead a national initiative called the Big Read. Our Brian Bindley explains.
Is reading at risk? The National Endowment of the Arts says, according to the most recent survey, less than 50% of adults now read literature.
Studies show that people who read are more actively engaged in their community. They're more likely to volunteer, be part of civic groups, to keep themselves educated, to watch the news, read the newspapers, to keep up with what's going on. It's a lifelong endeavor, and it's important for people to read, and to read for pleasure.
Linda Reynolds is the director of the Stillwater Library and says when the study came out, she made sure Stillwater was chosen as one of the stops for a nationwide initiative called the Big Read. It just so happened a special book about Oklahoma's struggle through the Great Depression became the main focus.
One of the books on the list was The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, and we felt that was the perfect book for a community-wide reading in Stillwater because of the connection in the book to Oklahoma, as well as the fact that in 2007 we're celebrating our statehood centennial.
Stillwater was just one of 72 cities that received the grant. Money spent on a variety of projects during the 6-week-long initiative.
We originally purchased 500 copies of The Grapes of Wrath. We ended up purchasing more copies with a total of 975 copies of the book. Almost every single copy of the book checked out. All the copies at the library checked out. Some people returned their copies and we circulated them again, so I think we've had a wide circulation of the book.
A book that chronicles the discrimination migrant Oklahomans suffered in the farm fields of California. A story OSU librarian Karen Newrohr says is still relevant today.
As we have people come into our different communities and things, and we really do need to stop and think about that and how we're treating them. And there's some really good lessons in there for us today.
OSU held many events from book signings to public speakers.
Because the Joad family, regardless of what they're reduced to, regardless of how they are beaten down and splintered apart by circumstances, they keep their dignity.
Showcasing different aspects of Oklahoma's history and how they coincide with Steinbeck's epic novel.
I think what you get at when you talk about literary reading is you get into some books and some works that really do have some meat in there, and they talk about some issues and things that when you read these types of works, it forces you to examine your own life.
Letting history's great storytelling become a reference for today's topics.
It's a special book for Oklahoma and California because when it first came out in 1939, these are the two states that tried to ban it.